Well, those two there right now are in control of tonight. They don't look like it. They look slightly downbeat. They won't be. They'll be waiting for their opportunities. They had 4 of them in the first match and they took all 4. If you weren't with us, 4-0 victory, 4 from the break. And Declan Brennan starts with the opportunity here. So Shaun and Scott are going to do something they've not done tonight, and that's watch their opponents play pool.
Yeah, and I think they will be watching this. It's a superb break, and this is a great opportunity, just the start that Dec and Ronan would have been wanting, with a chance to go 1-0 up.
Big first shot, this one, for Ronan. And passes that minor test. Just a little test of cueing. He should make it, of course, and he did. And now the layout is just perfect.
Yeah. I expect him to get these. Well, I do. I've said that all night, to be fair, but these two are particularly strong pairing. Excellent players. I know we've said that Ronan doesn't play as much as he used to, but he's still a class act.
Yeah, so knowledgeable about the game. I suspect they've spent the last, because they played the first match and then they've watched the next 2. I'm almost certain that Ronan will have been in Declan's ear for the last 2 matches, just biting at him, just nibbling at him. The fact that he should have got that clearance will certainly be how Ronan will be phrasing it. They have such a great relationship, but they do need each other so much that there would have been some banter flying there, especially with the cue ball going in off on that 8 ball.
Yeah, 100% Simon. And it has certainly gone the other way if it was Ronan
absolutely
who did that as well. They seem to be back on track now with this clearance. The white's been pretty much where they wanted it every single time. Just the start they were looking for.
Yeah, always leaving this one up here as their connection to the 8 ball.
And Scott and Shaun are in a different position now. They're now chasing, which is a different feeling altogether than, when you're leading and taking the chances.
2 experienced players, though. They know that they weren't going to have it all their own way tonight, even though it did go all their way in the first match. These two, though, they've got such a unique relationship. Declan coming from a snooker background took a while. He didn't, get into the game as a youngster, but started playing Ronan. And there's always we talk about their kind of bond a lot, but the way that Ronan taught him was by beating him a lot in practice, taking a lot of 50s off him in practice, and then that turned around as Declan got stronger and stronger. He learned through the hard way.
Well, it's not done him harm, has it? With the player that Declan's gone on to be.
Yeah, Ronan will be very proud of everything that Declan has done in the game and continuing to do in the game. He just won't tell him that. Good break this from Scott Gillespie.
It's not a gimme, this clearance. Obviously.
It's the 2 reds, assuming he goes yellows here, it's the 2 reds that sort of block the yellow nearest the top left for me. If they weren't there, you'd think, this one is a pretty dot-to-dot finish.
He could get onto the yellow into the left middle and actually float the white in between the two reds. I'd be doing that as early as possible.
Yeah, and all you've got to do is you've got the one over top right corner and right centre. So it's just getting on this ball. You've got an out off it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's doing it straight away. That's a good sign.
It's a good angle as well to hit that gap, as you talked about.
Yeah.
Ideal world, he probably didn't want to land absolutely flat on the cushion, but this is the benefit of having a yellow over the centre and the corner. He can now make his mind up which way around he wants to go.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't push it too much here. I'd be just rolling this in, take the one over the middle. He's got it away from the cushion as well, so now he's got a little bit more freedom to cue it.
Yeah, last thing he wants to do is just leave this on the right-hand side. You'd want to get back across, because you don't want to have to play around with the reds when playing the one to top right to get back down the table.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Unless he has the angle to come down now, and he really wouldn't want to leave that one at the top either, but yeah, he's done exactly what I thought, which is to clear the ones at the top and then come down.
Yep, you can actually screw this now. Aim to go somewhere just before the black. Take the one over the middle. If you go in that line and you fall a little bit short, you're still on the yellow end to the middle just to cut it back.
He's slightly overdone it. He's more than slightly overdone it.
I think he's okay just to drop the cut in into the bottom right. But these are the shots that, if you're not used to conditions, you can soon lose the white.
We saw this in their first match. Just a couple of moments like this where they didn't quite land as they wanted to and then had to recover, but they always recovered. Not this time, though. Big moment on the night. First mistake costing a visit on the Gillespie Storry side of the table. That'll really irritate Scott, because the work was essentially just land on that ball to left centre. The work was completely done then.
Yeah, it was either leave it shorter or actually play for the one on the rail.
Wow, big error from Ronan this time. Did not see that coming.
No, not at all. That caught me off guard. This will be a huge sigh of relief for Scott. Wow.
A gift. A very much happily received gift. All the concentration from Ronan there was on moving the red off the cushion over the pocket. Forgot about the most important bit, making the ball. And it has cost him the frame. Scott Gillespie will be a very relieved man. Yeah, that reaction tells us just that.
Yeah, see, a very relieved man after his own mistake. I wonder if Deck's in Ronan's ear roll during the match as he is after the match.
Probably not as much during. Maybe. You never know with those two.
There you go, another fist bump, Simon.
Yeah. Those that enjoy handshakes and fist bumps, you get your fair share on a Pairs Cup night.
I feel like this frame's now become even more important.
Yeah, the partnership's set up brilliantly, though. That, this is exactly what Ronan and Declan would have wanted when they're on the right-hand side of the arena, is making sure that they get the lag so that Declan's in this position. That if he breaks well, he's going to give himself two opportunities on his two individual frames.
Yeah.
Oh, it's catching. Big mistake from Declan.
Wow.
Huge frustration because, wow, they've had three major opportunities in this match and they're currently sitting on one frame.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise us if within the next 50 seconds there could be 2-1 down.
Worth pointing out, the way, because of the draw, if they lose this match, they're out. It knocks out the pairs that have had the draw. It'd keep Scott and Shaun in, and it would keep the Maltese pairing in as well, but they would need to win their final match and have these two lose their final match. So pressure is very much on.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes there that you just wasn't expecting. One each for Deck and Ronan. Shaun's just taking his time over this. I don't blame him. I know he's normally a fast player, but I don't blame him for taking his time over this. He knows how important this visit is.
Yeah, I think he wanted to leave it over the pocket, which is why he's kind of looked at, do I change and go the other way around? Which is definitely a case for. May have felt like he would risk going a little bit high and the reds becoming blockers.
I think it helped the yellow didn't actually fall onto the knuckle. If it did, it'd have had to play that a little bit differently. It'd have had to play it a lot thinner.
Just had to avoid being straight, which he has. He's going to have slightly hampered bridging here.
Yeah, I think he's actually okay. It's not like he's got to play really, a lot of top on this. He could just roll it through with a bit of top, and he'll go through the gap of the black and yellow. He might want to punch it and come through the opposite side.
She does. Does it beautifully.
Yeah.
That was the dangerous way around of playing it, though, wasn't it? Because if he gets that little graze on the 8-ball, then he blocks the 8-ball on the yellow. But he played it perfectly. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been playing it that way. It was quite risky. Any touch on the black, and he wouldn't have been on that.
He's got the simple 8-ball to punish the big error from Declan Brennan. Huge couple of moments for Ronan McCarthy, making a very big mistake when he should have made it 2-0, and at the highest level of which Declan is right at the top of, that was an unbelievable opportunity to go 2-1 up, and missed a pretty routine first ball by his high standards.
Yes, it's 2 big chances, and they've messed both of them up. And so looking from potential 3-0 up in the first of 4, the 2-1 down, and now they become, now they're chasing it, which is going to be super difficult.
Especially if Scott Gillespie can find a ball here, make it 3-1 with a big break. And he has made a big break, has got that ball. And he's got a decent layout at first glance. These yellows look okay.
Yeah, that looks a very good split. I'll be looking to take the yellow that's over the top left, and I'll be moving that red out the way, just so you don't end up behind it. Just get it out of the way.
Scott Trame, of course. So debating the pattern. Gets that red out the way.
Opens up the bag.
Yeah.
The yellow up the rail for the same pocket.
There's a few big name players watching on. Gareth Potts in the house. Not seen him for a while here on our Monday nights. Very big friends with Ronan McCarthy is Gareth. Here to cheer on his mate.
Did he fly all the way back just to support his mate?
Spends a lot of time in China, does Gareth, doing very well. He has done for a long, long time out there. Not perfect.
It's not perfect, but again, if he just rolls this in down the rail to the top left, he will be on another yellow. Is he looking at cutting that pack? This is a difficult one because this could go wrong. If he glances the yellow, it pushes it safe. Just like that.
Well, things have just got interesting all of a sudden.
I think that now needs to be the last ball. So I'd be going up the rail now for the yellow, top left, screw back down for the one bottom right. And the one is just push safe. That would be my last ball. That was a fantastic shot up the rail. Just got to roll this now. Just want to overhit it. That's lovely.
Scott Gillespie has made his name on big pressure pots. And this is one of those. 3-1 on this shot here.
Just got to screw it back a little.
And in it goes simple 8-ball. That is a big moment. A huge moment on the night to stretch the lead ahead, this 8-ball for 3-1. And a very good job done. And you can see Carl Morris and Chris Day on the left-hand side looking a little bit glum, because even though they lost that last match, they still were clinging to hopes of making it through. It would have required a 4-way 6-red shootout. The only way that can happen is if this match ends as a draw, and that moment there has just made that less likely. Tough spot to be in when you need a draw and then all the results in the next 2 games to go your way as well, including another draw. But you've got to believe, haven't you, in those moments, and that may be the final moment for them.
Yeah, you've just got to, just keep doing what you do. It's out of their control now. They've just got to focus and make sure that they deliver on their result, whilst hoping the results go their way to give them a chance of qualifying.
There is still 5 minutes in this match, though. It still can happen. But not with a dry break. An opportunity for Scott Gillespie to round things out in a very disappointing performance from Declan Brennan and Ronan McCarthy. And
How many?
Say that on 2 mistakes, but at this level, that's a lot.
It is, yeah. And it's too many mistakes, unfortunately, in a first of 4. But how many times does that happen? Do you know when you've made a mistake what you should have taken, and then it's your break where you open for a ball and you don't get one? It's like the pool gods know when to punish you.
They really do.
I actually think, I know the conditions are different for Scott and he's not used to them, but I think the quicker shot clock would suit him, because you don't have time to overthink it.
Yeah, just find the rhythm.
Yeah.
You see that he was glancing at the 2 yellows together, hoping he was on the right-hand one of the 2, and he probably wasn't. Now he's got to get back there. Took that one to the wire.
Yeah, just in time. That looks absolutely perfect.
Can he just screw this out without moving the yellow?
Yeah, he can screw this out. Even if he screws it, he can glance the yellow and still be on it.
Oh, maybe he was worried. He was just trying to make that on the straight side of the pocket. Declan jumps out of his chair, but it's not a great chance to counter. But at least they're still in with a chance to fight here. Got to try and find something, though, and quickly.
Yep, and Carl and Chris will be cheering him on, no doubt.
Well, got to move those balls at some point. Angle doesn't look great.
He's not got a great angle. Well, what a great effort that is.
He didn't look like he had as much angle as he ended up playing there.
He's going to have to cut this down the rail, play it with left-hand side to move the white up as well.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Look at that.
A moment of brilliance from Declan Brennan. That was special. Loaded with side, exactly as you said as well, John, but he's gone in off on the next one.
Oh, wow.
Brilliance to disaster from Declan Brennan. Just when he thought he'd given his side hope, he has just thrown it away a moment later.
That is all to do with the shot clock.
Yeah.
You're rushing.
And the match clock, because he wants it done quickly as well, to leave as much time as possible for a potential bit of drama in the next. And Scott's waiting for the clock, but he doesn't really need to worry, because it's as simple as it can be. Pot the next 2 balls, they win the match, and they take complete control of the night. They eliminate 2 pairs with that 8-ball, including Ronan McCarthy and Declan Brennan, who will rue the missed opportunities from them. This shot from Scott Gillespie could have cost them. It didn't. In the end, it is Scott Gillespie and Shaun Story that go from 2 wins from 2, and all they have to do in their final match is to avoid defeat. It's all on their shoulders now. 2 more matches still to come. Join us after the break.